What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to walk you through the process of measuring the fuel pressure on your B series engine here on the EM1. So right now the battery died on this car, so I don't have a battery in it. So we're going to move to the front and I'll show you what you need to do, and this is per the Helms manual. So I went to AutoZone and I rented out this tool. There it is right there, this fuel pressure test kit. It should have everything you need to measure the fuel pressure. There's a procedure you need to do to measure the fuel pressure. Basically and I'll walk you guys through this, but I'm just going to tell you what you need to do first, and then we're going to do it. So right here is the banjo bolt from the fuel filter. Here's the inlet from the tank, and then this goes to your fuel rail right here to the pulse dampener, and then this is your fuel pressure regulator, and then it's got a vacuum hose here. So what we want to do is break this banjo bolt loose, so that way you will relieve fuel pressure. I haven't ran this car in a while, so they probably shouldn't have much, if any, fuel pressure. So we're going to remove that banjo bolt, and then there's parts here in the kit. There's fittings that are going to go on top of there that'll hook up to the gauge that's in this kit, which I'll open up and show you guys in a little bit. So that's the first step, and then the next step per the manual is that you pull this hose out, kink it so you don't have a vacuum leak, because if you open this up you'll have a vacuum leak. So you just pull this out, turn the car on, and then run it, and then it should give you there's a range of values that it should correlate to while it's running with the fuel pressure regulator disconnected, and then you run it with it connected, and then see if it's within range. So I'm gonna start working on getting that done right now. All right, so this here is a 17 millimeter, and so I already kind of loosened it. So you just got to break it loose. Like that. There's also, so you have to pay special attention, because there is some crush washers here you don't want to lose. So see when this is coming out, so there's one above and below. So you want to take those out and don't drop them, because if you lose those crush washers, you're gonna have to replace them somehow, and those are sometimes hard to find depending on the size. Okay, here's the banjo bolt removed. So here's those two crush washers. Had a little bit of gas leak out of the filter, but nothing too crazy. So now that is removed, I'm going to put it in a safe place so we don't lose it, and then we're going to get what we need out of here and attach it to the fuel filter. All right, so we found the adapter in the kit that looks just like the banjo bolt that we took off from the fuel system. So it also has these two crush washers, just like I was saying, which are important. So we're going to go ahead and use this one, and it's got a Schrader valve attachment. That's where the gauge goes to. So we're going to install this on the car, and then reverse order of removal from the OEM banjo bolt, and then we'll put it all together. All right, so we got that all tightened up in there. Looks good. It's got the crush washers top and bottom. So now we just have to attach the gauge, and so it just screws on with this fitting right here. So I'm going to thread this guy on there and not cross thread it. All right, I'm gonna thread this guy on there as tight as we can get it. And then I'm assuming this right here is a pressure relief. So I just need to make sure I have a cup for the fuel, and that's our pressure. So now I need to work on, now that that's all set up, we'll go work on getting that the pressure regulator set up. Okay guys, so what you gotta do next is there's this vacuum line that goes from the intake manifold to this inlet on the fuel pressure regulator. You just gotta undo it and then kink it. I just folded it over. If you have vacuum caps, that'll work too. You just don't want to have a vacuum leak. So we're gonna go ahead and turn the car on now. Oh wait, I forgot. I'm missing something right there, right? Got no battery, so I need to put a new battery in here so we can turn it over. Okay, we got the battery on there, all hooked up. Got one of these cheaper Walmart batteries, so we'll see how they do. So the fuel pressure should be all right. Fuel pump primed. So it doesn't look like it's leaking. I would say we're a little low. That's 40. 50's right there in the middle. So let's see which one. So we're running right in the middle, about 45 psi. Okay, so now we're gonna turn the car off. I let it run for a little bit, but we're gonna turn the car off and then hook everything back up the way it's supposed to, and then see what kind of reading we get for that. Okay, so I hooked this line up, this vacuum line up back the way it's supposed to be to the fuel pressure regulator. So we're gonna go ahead and try this again. Okay, got the car back. So yeah, that's about right. It said 38 on the lower end. We're right there. So looks like more or less we're within spec. Thanks everybody for joining me today while we did this fuel pressure check. Hope this video helped you out, and please like and subscribe for future content.